Hello, Barry. It's Heather Hansen in Community Chat. And I am here with Tori. And she is a dog walker that I have met. And I actually have hired her to take Bruce for a big walk when I'm not in the office and not able to get him out. So we're going to make sure that you're going to be able to contact Tori with all of her information right here. But let's get to know Tori. Hi, Tori.
Hello, Heather.
And, it was really great meeting you. I guess my first question is, what made you want to become a dog walker?
Um, actually, as I was mentioning to you before, I was a dental hygienist for almost 10 years. And then with the pandemic, everybody adapts and adjusts, and I decided that I was done with that. So I kind of played around with the idea of dog walking. I have two dogs, but my baby is my 9-year-old Corgi Chihuahua named Bentley. And I thought it'd be a great way to spend more time with him. And I love dogs. So away I went. I launched in September, and I've been going ever since.
Awesome. And so in what areas do you usually like to work?
I am in Barrie and Innisfil currently.
Okay. And do you have like scheduled days for certain areas, or are you in all areas anytime? How can people know that you are going to have time for them?
So I essentially break my day down, somewhat by area. Innisfil is usually my last stop if I have anything in Innisfil. So that's more like a 3 o'clock on kind of thing usually. Besides that, I have lucked out that everybody's pretty close, and I can have those windows with people that are a little bit more flexible. Like they'll let me say, come between 11 and 1. So then that allows me to be more flexible with those people versus the people that really need like 1 o'clock.
Okay. Well, that's a really great way to have. So you have committed times, you have flexible times. Do you have one dog, or do you have lots of dogs, or how do you usually do your walks?
So I offer single dog walking and group dog walking. If I'm doing groups, depending on how everybody lives, I'd either be picking your dog up and taking them to other dogs' houses. And then the last dog at the stop, we walk around their neighborhood. By Barrie bylaw, I can walk up to 6 dogs at once. For single dog walking, I would just do it usually right from your house. Additional dogs from the same household, I only charge $5 more. So if you have 2 dogs, you get a little bit more bang for your buck. And yeah.
So we need to get another one. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, please do. Bruce is so cute already.
My husband might not go for that, but I'm sure Bruce would love to have another dog to play with.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet he would.
So yeah, I mean, you got to meet Bruce, you got to see why we fell in love with him and his crazy little personality.
Yes, he's so sweet.
So what are some of the benefits to hiring you in comparison to, let's say, hiring my next door neighbor's kid?
So most people probably don't think that dog walking is actually a profession. But I have all my bases covered. So I actually have insurance through Profer Insurance. So that covers me for anything like lost keys, just general liability. I also have my commercial auto insurance. So that allows me to, it's also encompassed with the Profer, but for some reason we also need the commercial. So I'm double covered for dogs and transportation in the car. I have all my own equipment. I provide treats, everything else like that. And that's kind of the major ones there. There's a bit more to it than that. I do my own branding, and I love everybody's fur babies too.
Yeah, Bruce just was like, okay, come on in. What do you have for me? Oh, you're going to pat me. This is great.
Yeah. Let me sniff the shoes. How many other dogs have sniffed these?
Right. So with the yard, what made you came up with that name?
My license plate actually already was the yard, which that's kind of a funny story in itself. But since I already had the license plate, I was just like, all right, well, that's kind of branding without having to, you know, do anything about it. So I just went with that.
So are you from Barrie area?
I've lived here 9 years now. So lived in BC for a year before that. After I finished my dental hygiene, that's where I got my first job. But then before that, I was in Aurelia. So not too far.
Yeah, yeah, we were in Aurelia for many years too.
Yeah, it's nice. My parents are still there. So
But you like to stay in Barrie and you're in the Barrie area and like to commit to that.
oh yes, yeah. I've grown enough now that my husband finally kind of agreed with me about maybe moving out of town a bit. And I was just like, nope, we're staying now. I've grown a business. We're not going anywhere.
Stay where you are and just really embrace the neighborhood. And it's a lot easier to walk and be in Barrie, be able to get places when you're already here than it is
Yes,
when you go outside of town, right?
exactly.
And this way
Yeah.
you get to have all the dogs without actually having all the dogs.
Yeah. And like if there's a cancellation when I live half an hour away, well, what am I going to do? Especially now, like you can't really just go to Starbucks and I mean, you can, but then you sit in your car afterwards, you know, you don't get that little whatever. So no, I'm intending to stay in the area because everything's growing and it's been really good.
Awesome. So is there anything specific that you're looking for when you're looking to grow your business? Like, is there a neighborhood you'd really like to focus on? Or is there a type of dog that would be your ideal person to be able to reach out to you? So the whole point is to get people to start calling you, right?
Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah. As I'd mentioned to you on the phone before too, the north end just seems to be what's happening for me. So if I can get more in the north end of Barrie, that's great because I'd like to get some more groups going as well. So that's just obviously convenient for picking up factors versus driving from one end of Barrie to the other. As far as specific dogs, I wouldn't really say so. I mean, I do still work with problematic dogs as well. They just end up being private walks and that's fine. Puppies are always great because assuming that the people stay in the area, it would hopefully turn into like a long-term client, right? But besides that, I'm not too picky. I like to offer a consult first anyway, so that I can meet with the client and their dog or dogs and make sure that they like me, I like them, the dog is okay. I mean, there can get into the point of problematic where it might be more like training or something like that rather than just, you know, walking, right? But yeah, that's
Is that an option?
I don't offer training. I do have a network of people that I can reach out to though for training. And honestly, if that's kind of, I've had combinations before. Yeah. So they've done training with someone and then like I'm still walking their dog kind of thing. Right. So, but I don't personally offer training.
But you're using the skills that they're learning through the training and then you would be able to facilitate whatever it is that they've been told to do. And you're open to being or you're open to being able to do the skills that they're trying to train their dog is.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, I do have some basic training myself. I meant to mention earlier too, like I'm actually a certified professional dog walker and I have my canine first aid and CPR as well. Plus doing some other online courses as well. So, I mean, I have a good basis. It's just that I can't actually say that I'm a trainer. And if I feel like it's beyond my scope anyways, then obviously, yes, I reach out and make arrangements with everybody and go about it that way.
Awesome. But that's good to know that you've got your dog first aid training and that there's a certification for becoming a dog walker. So I'm really glad that you got that in there because a lot of people don't realize that there's actually stipulations that you're supposed to have guidelines for.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's a lot of work. I mean, I carry, I can't because it's just too much, but I have a first aid kit for dogs in my car and stuff like that too. So as long as I'm close to my car or whatever, I have a few things that I can carry on me to try and help out in certain situations anyways too. But yeah.
Well, that's more than I carry. It's a leash and a bag.
Oh my gosh. As a dog walker, it's just, yeah.
Yeah,
I almost need a third hand for
You have the little pouch there with all the stuff in it to make
Yeah.
sure you have that with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So is there anything that you want to make sure that people know about you, your business? Of course, we're going to have all your contact information here, so people can reach out to you. I have your email, your phone number, your Facebook, your Instagram. I have all of that. We're going to put that up here. This is her cool card. Where's the camera? So we're going to make sure that we have all that contact information here, but is there anything specific that you want to make sure people know about you other than the fact that you're super friendly and super shy?
Super friendly and super shy. um no, I guess not really. Like I am a big animal lover, but I draw the line, I guess, more with like dogs. They're kind of my thing. The funny story with that is while I was living in BC, I ended up renting an apartment for my friend out there, and I wanted to get a cat. And I'd never had dogs or cats growing up. So I was on my own. I'm like, I'm getting a cat. And my friend goes, I'm really allergic to cats. Like, get a dog. They're so much more fun. And then I got Bentley, and he's my first dog I've ever had. And now he's, like I said, kind of been the inspiration for getting this going. I don't know if Bentley, you want to get up? Come here, babe. Come on. This is Bentley.
Oh, hi, Bentley.
So he's
Hi,
Corgi Chihuahua.
Bentley.
Yes, I know. Hello.
Oh, you can see the Chihuahua on his face.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, babe. So yeah, that's about it. And also I volunteer for just to give them a little shout out, Homeward Bound Rescue. They are for the love of flat-faced dogs. So they deal with like pugs, Boston Terriers, boxers. We foster failed with a French Mastiff. She's a little bit anxious, so she's not here to make an appearance. But yeah, since she's anxious, we can't foster anymore. But I still try and help out with transporting like food or other dogs and stuff like that whenever I can.
Yeah, they all need it so much, right?
Yes.
So we were foster fails too with Bruce, and we've been able to get dogs from one vet to emergency care, or even picking up supplies for people, so all these things. So if anybody can help out, I'm always advocating for people to help the local rescues. And if you're getting your dogs, get them from the rescues. There's so many of them available all the time. But yes, all the fosters in our neighborhoods are fantastic, and they all work with each other.
Yes, yeah, we do. I know. I think we just pulled another dog from the States, I think, but yeah, it's amazing to see how many volunteers there are and just how much work really goes into programs like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything specific you want to share that we want to make sure that you get all of the hits that you can for people to know to contact you, that you're going to take good care of their dog? You are bonded, you're secured, you've got your insurances. Just a little capsule idea here. You're super sweet, you're very friendly. The dogs, well, Bruce just right up to you right away, was ready to go anywhere with you, would have hopped in your car in a second. Is there anything else that we need to make sure that we hit?
I think that's it as far as reaching out. I will say my Instagram page is kind of fun. It tends to get the most results as far as people kind of checking me out. And my fun little thing I like to do on there about once a week is I like to make like dog walking memes. So that's kind of my little niche that I've hit with that too. So that's kind of just fun to check out on my Instagram.
All right, I will absolutely do that. I don't think I've done that yet. But thank you very much for your time. And I just wanted to make sure that you got a shout out today, because yesterday we posted that quickie video, and just want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to know that the Yard Dog Services is available for you to have your fur baby looked after and cared for while they get to have some exercise and fun time while you're working. So Tori, thanks so much for joining me on the community chat, and I hope that this helps you in your business. And I know it's a pleasure that I've met you.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you too. And I really appreciate this. This is awesome that you're doing for not just me, but for all the other local businesses as well.
Oh, thank you, Tori. So this is Community Chat for today, and we'll sign off. And thanks, Barry, for watching.